This is What's Happening, and I'm Sarah Colvin. Coming up on June 9th, you have an opportunity to get on your bicycle and ride through all 7 beautiful villages of the town of Barnstable to benefit the Barnstable Land Trust and Calmer Choice. We are talking, of course, about the Tour de Barnstable in its 5th year. And in studio today, I welcome Janet Milkman. She is the Executive Director of the Barnstable Land Trust. Janet, welcome.
Thank you.
Jeff Craddock, he is the owner of Sea Sports Cyclery and also in charge of the Tour de Barnstable. Jeff, welcome.
Thank you, thank you.
And Fiona Jensen is the Executive Director of Calmer Choice. Fiona, welcome.
Thank you.
So we'll start off with you, Jeff, and talk a little bit about the Tour de Barnstable, this event in its 5th year. I've ridden it twice, and so that's why I was surprised. It's been 5 years. I'm like, I've missed 3 of them? I can't believe it. I'm not going to miss this year's. So tell me, Jeff, a little bit about the Tour de Barnstable.
Well, it's an exciting community bike event in partnership with these awesome nonprofits. A benefit ride goes through, as you mentioned, all 7 villages. It has been growing every year, so each year we've been hard at work behind the scenes looking to improve the event from the rider experience perspective, better after party, well marked. I'm personally a cyclist, passionate cyclist, so the rider experience part of it is very important to me, to make sure people are having a good time when they're out there. So we're looking forward to it. Registration's off to a bang. We have over 200 people already signed up.
Wow.
And
that's like in 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
Registration
we just
opened only 2 weeks
registration,
ago. That's great.
So we're expecting a really a nice event for this year. So we're very excited. Again, it's June 9th. And it's beautiful starting finish area right down in Azleton Park in Hyannis over the harbor. It's really awesome.
It really is. And I have to say, for the rider experience, I've done a number of other kind of group organized bike rides, and Tour de Barnstable, leaps and bounds, is just so well organized. Flaggers at every stop. It feels safe, and it's really a great way to experience the town of Barnstable. I've done tons of bike riding in town of Barnstable, but before the Tour de Barnstable, I hadn't gone into Marston's Mills and West Barnstable in some of the areas. And so it really is, wow, it's like there's a million wonderful places to ride in this town.
Absolutely. A lot of the back roads, we see it all the time, people coming into the shop, and they maybe don't know where to ride other than the rail trail, and the Tour de Barnstable route takes in a lot of the back areas through our cool communities and villages that are really worth riding and have good roads. So it's awesome.
Great. And so let's bring Janet into the conversation and talk, of course, because this isn't just a ride about enjoying the town of Barnstable. It really is about supporting some wonderful charities. And so for the Barnstable Land Trust, how did you get involved with Tour de Barnstable, and why is it an important partnership for you?
Well, we've been involved since the beginning. It was originally a partnership, and the great fit for us is that we work only in the town of Barnstable. We're a private nonprofit land trust. We own about 1,100 acres and work with the town on another 8,000 acres of conservation land. And this ride goes through the whole town and past, maybe 15 or 20 conservation properties, and it's a chance just to bring people in from the town and also outside. We've got a lot of outside riders to see the whole town and to see some of the most precious parcels of land that we've protected over the years.
And what a better way to learn about the Barnstable Land Trust than by riding by some of the land, by enjoying the outdoors.
That's right, and we have a water stop at one of our properties in Osterville, and a lot of people sort of know about us a little bit, but here's a chance for them to actually experience the land itself. And it's been a great partnership with Sea Sports, with Jeff, and also I think, our mission is really about protecting the special places people love for the future, for perpetuity, and so we're really about place, and I think Calmer Choice is also about the future and the people, and so it's a really nice way of bringing together 2 organizations that both are trying to really keep this place special.
Absolutely. And so, Fiona, let's talk a little bit about Calmer Choice. Tell me a little bit about your organization.
Well, I want to first start by thanking both of you. I think being able to partner with the 2 of you has been a really lovely experience. And I think it's so interesting how our missions are different, and that yours are land and ours have to do with children, and yet you're right, it's like a very much, our mission is really about creating healthier, happier communities. So Calmer Choice, started back in 2010 after a series of suicides that happened in the town of Barnstable, and we've now worked with over 26,000 children and teachers across the Cape, so not just in Barnstable, but really from one end of the Cape to the other. So for us to be able to be involved in something like this, which really helps to fund a lot of our programming, is really, really important. And I think that it's been really, working with both Janet and Jeff has been like a really gracious experience. We've worked with other nonprofits and other businesses in the past, and it's just easy. The ride itself is really lovely, and we too had participated in other bike rides, and this one by far, hands down, is better organized, safer. It's a shorter distance. Now, I didn't hear you say how many miles.
It's 38
it was.
miles.
Yeah, 38 miles. So it's doable. Like you can start at whatever time, 9 in the morning, and you're done by lunchtime.
It's relatively flat, right?
It is relatively flat, and so it's really beneficial for us as an organization in order to help fund the stress reduction programming that we provide to the kids on Cape Cod.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
so important.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so for how many years has Calmer Choice been involved?
So I am thinking this is our third year that we've been doing it, and Michaela Hurley, who's not here today, is like the team captain. She's, I think, down in the Virgin Islands or something somewhere.
nice
so,
for her.
Yeah, I know. So it's just been a really great thing for us to be able to do, and we encourage a lot of our donors and teachers and other people to get involved with us. So.
Great.
It's been great.
And so the ride itself, it doesn't have a fundraising minimum, but for folks who want to ride for the Barnstable Land Trust or ride for Calmer Choice or ride for both, it's really up to the rider, right, to be able to raise as much money. Can we talk a little bit about how that fundraising aspect of the ride works?
Yeah, and like you said, it's not a requirement at all. We really encourage people just to come ride. It's going to benefit our two organizations, even if they don't raise money. But if they choose to, it can be a really fun experience and a really rewarding experience. If they choose to ride for Barnstable Land Trust, their money is going towards saving our land and protecting our water supply and making sure that we have the beautiful things here on the Cape that everyone comes here for and that we all live here for. So they can sign up when they register, and then each of our organizations has our own kind of rally team that helps people figure out how to do it. I just put up my page and, contacted my family and my friends. I do this every year, and it's so important to me, and I explain that on my page, and we make it really easy for people to do and fun. It's a little competition.
And so you ride as well?
Oh yeah, I ride for sure, and it's really one of my favorite days of the whole year. Thanks for letting me ride, Jeff. And, so ride, raise money, and be with friends and colleagues and peer organizations. It's just such a great day.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And so logistics, if people want to sign up, do you have a limit as to how many people? You've got 200 people already. The ride isn't until June. If it gets to be like 1,000 people, you're going to say, whoa, I need to stop.
We do cap it at 1,000, again, just to make sure with police detail and the after party that we have enough for everybody. So we encourage people to sign up sooner rather than later. Website is tourdebarnstable.com, so tourdebarnstable.com. Link to registration is on there, ride details, links to the beneficiaries are on there. Registration pages through Bike Reg. It's an independent registration website to sign up directly.
Great. And what is the cost for riding?
The cost is $65 to register now. Cost does go up the closer that we get to the event. We will take right up to same weekend registration if there is enough room left. But again, it helps everybody involved for organization and planning to get going early. So if it's and it's a good goal to put on the calendar. You sign up, and then that's a little extra motivation this time of year to maybe kind of stick with it. So if you're thinking about it, I encourage you to sign up.
Great. And so how much training would you say people need? Do you need to be an experienced cyclist? Can a new cyclist do it? Do kids do it? I mean, what kind of a level of cyclist do you have to be to ride this ride?
Good question. So we do have kids events in the morning beforehand, very short, so we encourage you to bring your your family down to the event. You do not need to be well trained to complete the event. We have all types of riders on all types of bikes going out there. The more that you ride, the more comfortable you'll be on the day. So we encourage you to. We do group rides leading up to it through the shop, and really are here to lend a hand. So we want people to have a good experience and want to help out. So we're here as a resource too, from that front before the event to make sure people have a good time. But really, if you're thinking about it, dust off the bike, pump up the tires, and let's get out there.
All right.
Yeah.
And so last question, I think for all of you, Fiona, why do you ride and why would you encourage others to ride?
So I think for me it's a beautiful day, hopefully, regardless of weather. It's the nice time of year. It's a great fitness goal for me. I try to stay fit. And I think honestly for us it's just a really great way to give back to the community, both by supporting both of our organizations, but really for Calmer Choice, as I said, this is 18% of what we do in the schools is paid for by schools. The rest of it is all fundraising. So, riding for Calmer Choice, your money goes directly to school programming. Riding for Barnstable Land Trust, your money goes right into the land in Barnstable. So it's kind of a win-win regardless. But I do it because it's a good thing to do. It's a great way to give back to the community and get out there and enjoy the town.
Great. Jeff, for you, why do you ride?
Well, I ride anyway.
You ride all the time.
Yep. Passionate cyclist, but I love to see the community event and try and get more people involved. I think that's really the key thing so that people can see that we have awesome roads and the cycling community is an awesome one here in the Cape, and we're trying to grow it. So that's what, for me, what a lot of this is all about.
Great. And Janet, for you?
I love to be outdoors. That's why I do the work I do, and this is a great goal for me to be able to ride this comfortably by June 9th. And so, if we start getting out on the road in March or February, then you can do it easily by June. And great partners, beautiful countryside, and great missions. So. I hope everybody comes out, and just so much fun.
Yeah, and the after ride party is pretty fun as well. The after
Yes.
party.
Yeah.
For that,
So
it's also
food,
by then
drink,
it's done.
entertainment,
Good.
all
Yeah.
that stuff at
Yeah.
Housing
Yes,
Park.
It's really
absolutely.
lovely.
We have some
Yep.
sponsors already, Jeff.
We do, yep. Chapin's and Ten Pin, Cape Cod Beer. That's some of the things that we're looking for, for the event. If people are looking to get involved, we are looking for volunteers, as well as any donations from local restaurants for after party.
Great. So they can find contact info on tourdebarnstable.com?
Absolutely.
Great.
Yep.
Well, thank you all so much for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you on June 9th, and hopefully we'll get some training in between now and then. And
Absolutely. Thank you, Sarah.
that's why I want to know who's going to win, right?
Yes.
That's awesome.
All right, great.
Thank
My
you.
guests today, Fiona Jensen from Calmer Choice, Jeff Craddock from Sea Sports and Tour de Barnstable, and Janet Milkman, the Executive Director of Barnstable Land Trust. The Tour de Barnstable, 38 beautiful miles through the town of Barnstable, bicycle ride to benefit the Barnstable Land Trust and Calmer Choice. Coming up on June the 9th, you can find all the information online at tourdebarnstable.com. This is What's Happening. I'm Sarah Colvin.